Good afternoon. My name is Fabian Levy, and I'm the Deputy Mayor for Communications for the City of New York.
Thank you so much, DM Levy. This city has no room for hate, and this country cannot have room for hate. And as mayor of the largest Jewish community outside of Israel, this isn't a philosophical discussion for me. It's a level of clarity that we must all express. The Jewish community feels, believe, and are under attack when you look at the numbers. You can't be 10% of the city and have over 60% of the hate crimes. We will not be silent because we cannot be silent, and watch our brothers and sisters of any group in general, but specifically our Jewish brothers and sisters under attack in our country. We must call this hate wherever we see it, without fear, without determination. And that is how we turn the tide. To have Yaron and Sarah, two employees of the Israeli embassy, to be assassinated in public view is something that will leave a scar not only on Jewish citizens of this city and country, but for all of us of goodwill. Let's call this what it is, a depraved act of terrorism. Thankfully, the NYPD has said that there is no known connection to New York, and the person responsible was not known to us. But in response, the NYPD is surging counterterrorism officers in critical response commands out of an overabundance of caution.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I called the mayor and called Rabbi Potasnik early this morning as soon as I heard about what had happened, because it is very important that we understand that this is not just a problem for one community. It's a problem for all of us if we don't stand together when any one of us is attacked. We may not agree on politics, but we must agree that we will not let hate and violence take anyone. The fact is, you cannot be a civil rights activist or leader if you're only for your own civil rights. You cannot be a faith leader if you only stand up for people in your own faith. So I would hope that people that see us stand together know we not only stand together for a press conference, we will defend each other's places of worship, education, and each other's right to peaceful protest, whatever we want. But you give people that peacefully protest a bad name when you turn naked, raw hate vigilantism and try to cover it that you're standing for a cause other than your own erosion of morality.
When we are seeing people chanting in the streets of New York, in U.S. campuses, and are calling for intifada, intifada, globalizing the intifada, and are chanting and calling for the murder of Jews wherever they are. This is not just a problem of Israel or the Jewish people. This is a global problem of violent people who are trying to destroy the Western world.
Most important thing is we are standing together, and we are going to repeat all the time that we are going to be always united against hate.
We say in our tradition that life and death are in the hands of the tongue. And what we have found over the years, that what may start in the mouth or the tongue descends to the heart and ultimately to the hands.
We also have Josh Kramer from the AJC. AJC is exactly where the horrendous attack last night happened in Washington, D.C.
Our worst fears have been realized. Jewish communities from D.C. to Tel Aviv to Paris and here in New York are mourning this devastating murder outside the AJC Young Diplomats reception at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. Yaron Lashinsky was a member of the political department at the Embassy of Israel and focused on Middle East issues. He was also a friend, reserved, but always had a smile on his face. He was a welcoming presence. He attended numerous AJC events throughout his time in Washington, and at last night's event he shared how excited he was to be going back home to spend Shavuot with his family in Israel. It was also reported that he had recently purchased an engagement ring that he planned to give to Sarah when they traveled to Israel in the coming days. Everyone needs to understand that this is what globalized the Intifada looks like. We cannot separate the violence from the dangerous rhetoric that fuels hate and conspiracies against Jews. What happened to this young couple leaving a Jewish event last night was antisemitism. Full stop.